Today I want to spread awareness about spreading awareness. Nowadays it is completely normal to try to bring attention to a lot of topics, a lot of problems that we have in our world. And all we do think that it is a good thing to bring awareness to these difficult topics that we have in our life or in the life of other people. But is it actually like that? Does bringing attention to the topic help? Does bringing awareness, spreading awareness among people help? More about that in today's video. But before we begin, I have to tell you that this is Yury Experience, and here I share my various experiences about different topics. I do 2 videos per week, Mondays and Thursdays. If you will enjoy this video, please drop a like. You can also subscribe to the channel. Let's go. What is spreading awareness? Basically, it is pretty much the same stuff as spreading the news, spreading the knowledge, but the emphasis of the information that we are spreading right now is on different topics that are considered difficult in our society or somewhere in the world. Discrimination based on pretty much everything, some religious problems, maybe wars, maybe people dying somewhere, people dying from starvation, people dying from whatever, people dying because of the regime of some specific country. Pretty much if something bad happens somewhere, we can spread awareness. Do you know that it is happening over there? And the main point of spreading awareness is you have to know that it is happening over there. Everybody, every person in the society has to know that this exists, that this problem exists in our society, or this problem exists in life of some other people, or this whatever exists, and everybody has to know about it. Why? I'm not completely sure. I think it comes with moral values that some people have, and that's an assumption that if people will know, they will try to help, they will work towards some solution of this problem. But is it like that though? In my personal opinion, spreading awareness, spreading information, spreading knowledge about something specific doesn't always help, especially when we are talking about spreading information along big masses of people. If we are spreading information among the whole society, among like big groups, because that's where we are spreading information among people who have different information level, different knowledge level, different education, different empathy level, if you want to use the word empathy. And each person will react differently, and each person will deal with the problem differently. And some people will decide to ignore the problem and don't look into the solution, don't look into the further information about it. Other people will search for solution. Other people will maybe look in the information and try to understand where the problem comes from. Can we have a solution? Can we provide a solution? Can we create a solution? And other people will feel themselves bad that they don't do anything about this problem, or they will panic because they can be part of this problem on the receiving side. Obviously their life will be hurt because of this problem, and now they are aware of this problem, although on a lot of occasions information is not really completely true. On a lot of occasions it is an oversimplification of some specific information, basically what we are receiving right now through news. And I mentioned it already a couple of times, news nowadays are not really qualitatively good. Some sources are better, other sources are worse, but the whole spreading awareness information is pretty similar to listening to the news. Some news are very subjective and provide you only one part of the story, and they don't go deep. Other news are better, they try to be objective and they provide maybe some background information, or maybe what came next and what not, and what police, for example, decided to do about something. On a lot of occasions, spreading awareness is pretty similar to news at least. It is nothing else than fear-mongering. It's providing people more fears to think about when they are living their life. It is, for example, let me provide you an example. For example, some religious building was damaged some days ago. And nowadays nobody knows who did it. But depending on how people spread awareness about this fact that some religious building was hurt by some people, other people will be scared. They will be scared. I belong to this religion, so do these same people who damage the building will damage me? Because sometimes spreading awareness is basically Did you hear about that? If you belong to the same religion, maybe you shall be careful. Although, if you will look into the fact, if you look into the information, look for facts, you will find out that people were already found and people are already under investigation and whatnot, and they will not hurt anybody else. An example of this fear-mongering that comes with spreading of the information comes also you cannot do anything about it. You now know about the problem that exists somewhere in the world or maybe somewhere in your neighborhood, but we don't provide you a solution. We don't provide you what you can do in order to help or in order to protect yourself. I already did a couple of videos on privileges, and in the world of privileges it is very important and very it is a good thing to do to spread awareness about privileges. Spread awareness that you have privileges, you have no privileges, and all of us have or don't have some privilege. But what does it change? What does my privilege or absence of it change in my behavior towards society, towards other people? What can I do to help people with less privilege and what people with less privilege actually need? Because there is no clear solution, there is no clear answer to it. That is why basically I get out of it the feeling that I am somehow have a way too good life for nothing, so I didn't deserve my good life, I just have a good life because of who I am, and everything that I did doesn't matter, and that there are people who are not as lucky as me, and that's all. They are there and I shall feel myself bad that they are there. How does it help? What is the way to actually do something? In my personal opinion, nowadays it is about spreading awareness, spreading some superficial facts, but not qualitative facts, obviously, spreading some rumors or maybe assumptions that everybody shall be aware of, but it is not about spreading solutions, looking for solutions, spreading actual knowledge and facts based on which we, at least in theory, shall base our decision. That is, by the way, one of the reasons why I personally think that people as a humanity, as a society, don't really have to have as much information provided as we get. In our world nowadays we have too much information from all possible sources, and since a lot of that information is bad, I think we should just provide less, but provide a good one. Provide something that we can actually do something with. Obviously, if the sources exist, it does make sense to create the sources for people who want to know more, get more information, but for everybody, for masses, for people who work from 9 to 5 and who just want to live happily without having too much awareness, give them the bare minimum. And good bare minimum, not subjective bare minimum. Because of subjective bare minimum we have more than enough. This subjective information from different sources that people spread thanks to their emotions, but not thanks to some facts that actually exist in the world. That's what I do personally think. We have too much information, we spread too much awareness, and we do way too little about everything around it. That's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed the video. If it is the case, please drop a like. You can also subscribe to the channel. You can also leave a comment. And I see you on Thursday. Have a great week.